Hey y'all, it is your girl B. Thank you for being here. Thank you for smashing that like button because I know you smashed that like button on your way in. That will always be appreciated. So I got a comment, right? I don't remember it verbatim. I don't. But I remember enough of it to like make this video and address it. So someone basically said, hey, I'm new to Nika. What is the deal with Papa? Because I made a video with Papa being at home in the thumbnail, and they're basically stating they're new to Nika. They don't know what's going on. So I'm here to answer that, and I'm going to attach a video of basically, look, it's a lot, okay? So what happened was a few years ago, Samaria, aka Leah, went to school and confided in an educator, a teacher, and basically said that she was being SA'd by Papa. Now, keep in mind that this is YouTube, so I have to say SA'd. I can't, because, yeah, you'll never see this video if I don't. So basically, she went to school. She told a teacher that he was essaying her. So teachers are mandated reporters. If you don't know what that means, is that they are bound by the law to report things like that. Okay. So the teacher did. It was investigated. The kids were pulled out of the home. Apparently, the CPS workers were going on to TikTok and YouTube and watching videos and lives. And that's why Nika really don't go live no more. That and she is scared of the comment section for real. Like, yeah. So basically that's what happened. Samaria went to school and reported it. Now, during the course of the investigation, there were male bodily fluids found in Kira's mouth. I do believe it was Kira. So that's not a laughing matter. It's just kind of like, it's just amazing that she still lets this boy around his sisters, his siblings. I couldn't in good conscience do that. Like, you want to love your kids, but there are lines, honey. And if my daughter ever even came to me and said that her brother or one of her brothers or anyone you think you're going to be near me or my kids again? Listen, no, I love you, but I will love you from a distance, from afar. And I will press charges. I need my kids to feel protected, right? And I need them to understand that certain behavior, that's never going to be it. So that is what happened. Nika, if you don't know, the kids have been taken from Nika a few times, and she has allegedly, not even allegedly, she said that she has over 300 CPS cases, y'all. That's what she has said in videos, out of her own mouth. So that's not B making it up. She has said that. And I can believe it because all the content she has up here. And around that time, I do believe Elijah or Isaiah, one of those boys was actually severely burned. So that did not help the case. And then on top of that, it's just so many compounding things. She was not diligent with taking them back and forth to school. And if you come to my lives, there'll be times where I will go back in time and look at the older content. And in those videos, like, Hayward would come over or come home. If he was living there, he was running around with different women, but he would come over and he would try to see if the children were going to school, if they were up already and stuff like that. And he would basically be like, hey, you need to get the kids to school, keep them in school, etc. And that's why sometimes I just feel like they might be better off with him. You know what I'm saying? It might seem like a small thing, but education is kind of fundamental. Even if you don't believe in it, like, we're forced to abide by that in the society. So at least until they hit 18, and then if they want to do a trade or whatever, fine. So I hope that answers your question on why I don't feel like Papa should be at home ever around any of the kids, especially Sai. She can barely talk, and she's like the perfect victim. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Absolutely not. So yeah, I'm gonna attach a video. Y'all enjoy it. Y'all won't see me until the end. I am out, y'all. Thank you for being here. Smash that like button, girl. Thank you. Bye.
I see an op, bitch. I'm on your top, bitch. I ain't pulling down no tracks, you getting socked, bitch.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on this video. But I really got a lot on my mind that's heavy right now because I just talked with the caseworker or whatever about my children coming home, because it's been a month since they've been gone. But it's just something fishy about this whole situation that I'm not understanding, because it's going from one end to another. And it's like everything she's telling me, I don't really understand, like, what is going on. Like, literally, if I don't have a court hearing, there's no lawyers involved and none of that other stuff. What is really going on? Because really, honestly, for my birthday, I plan on going out of town to Atlanta or North Carolina for my birthday. So I let her know that. It's like, I'm getting ready to go out of town or whatever for my birthday. birthday and enjoy my birthday, but I'm trying to see if my children are going to be home. She was like, no, they're not going to be home because it takes 45 days. You got 3 or 4 lines open. I said, what do you mean by 3 to 4 lines? I'm still confused about that. Like, literally, like, you got 3 to 4 lines open, but we do it all in 45 days. No, we're not done with the investigation. Blase, blase, we got to do this, we got to do that, and the kids got to go for evaluations and do this and do that, and then it's going to be 45 days, and she have to, if she wanted to extend it 15 more days, she can, if they feel like they have to, and all this stuff. Like, literally, like, if somebody calling in with false allegations towards me from a platform called TikTok or wherever they calling from, like another app, Instagram or whatever, and they calling with false allegations towards me, what do y'all have? You know what I'm saying? Because y'all done took the kids out of the house. I applied with y'all with the kids going out of the house. Elijah did burn himself. He's better now. Elijah in school now. That's what the supervisor was telling me. And she told me it would take about a month. Now she told me it was 45 days. I mean, I'm still confused on what they're trying to do and how they're trying to do it, because I'm not understanding nothing that's going on right now, because I'm still confused on everything. Because when I called her this morning, I was trying to hear good news that, you know what I'm saying, you know, we worked on it. We don't see no physical evidence. We don't see nothing wrong. We did our investigation, and, you know, the kids will be home before your birthday. No, they're not trying to put the kids back in the house for my birthday. No, they're not trying to work with me on whatever I got to do to, you know what I'm saying, to make sure this case can be pushed faster. It just seemed like everything just seems so fishy. I just feel like something is not right still to this day, because of the fact that I'm not live anymore on TikTok. You know, I cut out all the live on TikTok, and I deactivate all my accounts, you know what I'm saying, to keep the flame down offline. But that still ain't working towards nothing either. It don't even matter what I got going on online, because the fact that they're not looking at me. They're looking at what they're trying to find and what they're trying to get into. And I remember the caseworker said nobody was calling since the kids was in custody since the 29th. So I'm trying to figure out what investigations do they have. Like, y'all trying to interview the kids, ask them questions about something or what? Because if that's the case, y'all could ask the kids questions any other time when I was letting y'all in the household to see the kids. My thing is, I'm trying to be more respectful and trying to work with these people, because my children, you know, are by paper. But if I don't have a court order, or I don't have to see a lawyer, and I got to deal with y'all, I never heard of this before. I never ever deal with a situation like this before, officially dealing with DSS, because any other cases that I had to go through court, which was COVID during the time. When COVID came during the time, the caseworker that was on my case, she basically did it herself, because they had to do it over the phone as a FaceTime. So I didn't have to go to court the first time I had my kids taken away from me because of a false allegation, but, you know, something that was going on in that neighborhood where I was living at. So that's totally different. But just like she say, every case is different. But me being a mother and being a parent of my children, I'm trying to figure out what is really going on, because I'm not understanding. Do I need to go talk to a lawyer about a situation to see what I need to be getting done, because of the fact that me going through her, trying to figure out what's going on, I'm not really getting the information and the closure that I need to know when my children are actually coming home, because she's saying it takes 45 days. Facts. Yeah, I understand that. But she told me it took a month. It's been a month. It takes 45 days to work on a case, to do the investigation. But what investigation do they have? Every time I keep saying that, I keep thinking about, what investigation do y'all have if somebody calling online about some damn false allegations, but on the report you put physical neglect, abuse, and sexual requirement? How y'all get that out of false allegations online? Like, how did y'all get that? If y'all doing y'all investigation, then, like, what are y'all trying to do? Torment the children and make the children say something out of the way? Or what is really the damn deal? Like, what is going on? Like, literally, my children would have tell y'all from the beginning that something was going on with them, or somebody was being touched on, or something physically is going wrong. And I feel like, in my spirit and in my soul, all this shit is a setup. I feel like all this shit is a setup, and I feel like it's just not right. Like, nobody's not trying to hear me out. Nobody not trying to hear me clear. Nobody not understanding how I'm feeling about the situation. Nobody not really looking at my big side of the picture. Like, they're not seeing what I'm seeing. They're not hearing what I'm hearing. And every time I hear something, I'm hearing something different. You know what I'm saying? Every time I'm trying to go down there, like I did yesterday, I went down there yesterday to try to talk with the supervisor and talk with the caseworker, but nobody was in the office. So my thing is like this. I'm trying to be very respectful when it comes down to my children, because it's been a month already. But for my birthday, my kids should have been home, because that's 45 days. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not understanding. Like literally 3 to 4 lines open. What do you mean by 3 to 4 lines open? I'm not understanding that. What are you saying? Like I know people been calling and reporting and everything like that, but what are they saying? Like they got to be saying something real fucking crazy for them to say it like that. But at the end of the day, sometimes it's best not to keep quiet about your situation because somebody else can tell you some things that you probably need to know about your situation. And me personally, honestly, being who I am, Shanika Grant, I'm not going to stop at one point when somebody tell me something. I'm going to keep reaching out because those are my children. I have to reach out and see what's going on because I care about my kids and their feelings. If I didn't care about their feelings, then I wouldn't be out here trying to figure out what's going on. I texted this caseworker late night last night because the kids was on my mind heavy. Like, what is really going on? She was like, well, I said, well, I'm getting ready to go to Atlanta on North Carolina for my birthday. Well, go ahead, leave. That's how she said, go ahead and leave. Then I was like, well, when the kids get back in the house? Well, it takes 45 days and it might be an extra extension 15 days. If she have to do what she got to do, then we can extend it for 15 more days. Well, who I'm dealing with? The court and y'all? No, you're not dealing with the court. You're just dealing with us. I never in my right mind ever heard anything like this before. Ever. You know what I'm saying? I'm staying humble. I'm staying peaceful. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, work on my book. I'm trying to focus on what I need to focus on while they're gone. But it's still not right. The puzzle pieces are missing. It's so many puzzle pieces are missing and so many clues in this case is buzzing me. Like it's driving me crazy because of the fact that they ain't gone. I was told a month, but you telling me you told me 45 days. When I know what you told me, I'm listening what you said. You know what I'm saying? And then the way you talk, it don't sound right. It doesn't sound right at all. So I'm gonna lay low for a little minute. You know, I'm gonna still watch around and still keep my ears open. Just like she said, you gotta, how they say that thing, dot all I's, dot all T's, TRI, whatever, however they say that thing. Because I know the police said to lay low for a while until I get my kids back. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I did got rid of my TikTok and my Instagram and my Facebook to keep the flame down. But shit, I might as well just go live. Like, you know, try to make my money to you know, pay my bills. And that's what I was doing on YouTube, trying to, you know, go live or whatnot, because I'm partnership with YouTube. When I'm partnership with them, is you know, I'm obligated to make my money by posting my videos. You know, I got to post 3 or 4 videos a day, or maybe 1 or 2 videos, but making sure I got my time in to make sure I'm getting a check coming in the house. So I got bills I got to pay. So I got no choice but to get out here and do what I got to do to be a creator. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, by me being a creator, I'm up here trying to stay motivated and positive throughout the whole situation because of the fact that they ain't going. I know my children are in custody with CPS, but they are in care with family, you know what I'm saying, like with their daddy and with my with Nika godmama. And you know, I know they probably getting tired, like they really draining, they tired, and they ready to get their life back, you know what I'm saying, especially mom. I know she ready to get her life back. She got my babies all the time, and I'm not with my baby. My baby was took it out of my arm at 3 weeks, and that's bad for any mother, you know what I'm saying, to get their child taken out of their hands at 3 weeks. And it's been what, 7-8 weeks, maybe about 8 weeks now. I haven't get the chance to hold her like I wanted to. You know, so I got to be supervised when I'm around them. Like I didn't do anything to harm my children or anything. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, I'm getting my privacy invaded because I got to sit and be monitored with my children when I ain't had to been sit and monitor with my children for 2 and 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? When it was time for the case to go on, she left Elena there with me for 2 and 3 hours. If I was so bad and so physical neglect, like they said, why would you leave her at my house for 2 to 3 hours? Like, that's fishy too. Like, that's not right, because if y'all say I need to be supervised, I damn sure had to be supervised when y'all left Lena there with me waiting for Nia godmama to come. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everything that I'm doing as a creator, I'm basically letting the world know what I'm going through inside and out, with trying to be humble of being a creator, but staying positive at the same time and trying to hold my shit down. You know what I'm saying? With smiling, with laughing, and try not to be bitter and all the time and crying, because people want to see you cry. They want to see you bitter. They want to see you down. They want to see you out. They don't want to see you have anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the devil does. And he feel like he win every time he does that, but he's not going to win. And that's one thing I don't allow the devil to do. But I'm going to open my mouth and speak about my children, because I had these kids. You know what I'm saying? DSS didn't have these kids, or nobody on the outside that trying to look in didn't have these kids. You know what I'm saying? A lot of jealousy, hate, and evil shit was going on at the time I was going live. You know what I'm saying? They see certain things like my kids running around with diapers on, stuff like that. How can you get sexual abuse out of me going live on the camera? How can you get physical neglect if you're not seeing me beating the shit out of my children, doing nothing crazy to my children? I'm a mother who's gonna stand up for my rights, and my rights are to fight for my children. At the end of the day, y'all, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. And a lot of people, you know, with the comments being on, are being very respectful, and some are not. So the ones that are not, I basically block them away from my channel and tell them to keep it pushing, because I don't care what your opinion is. But my opinion is, I'm going to fight for my rights, and I'm going to stand up for my children. I'm going to keep doing what I got to do to make sure I stay on top of everything, because at the end of the day, when I die, anybody going to take care of my kids and love them and give them the unconditional love that they need or want, like a mother does, and that which is me. Because, you know, like I said, I was raised by my grandmother, not my mother. So at the end of the day, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Don't forget to watch those ads. But I just, like I said, this case is so fishy and so much going on. For my birthday, I'm gonna try to enjoy it and lay back and relax and not try to worry about so much, you know, on my birthday. But at the end of the day, I still wanted my kids to be home for my birthday, because this is something that I do every year with my children. I'm always with my children every year for my birthday. For me to miss a year, like I miss HJ birthday, I'm about to miss Elijah's birthday too as well. It hurts me because of the fact that it ain't going. I've been there every year, every doorstep, every inch of the way, and every mile for all my children, for birthdays, holidays, everything. And I feel like I'm being neglected in many ways of spending that time with my children for their birthdays and my birthdays. So again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. And y'all continue to have a marvelous day. Only to the ones that respect me and mine. Truly, see you guys later.